Hello and thanks for joining on Nikinackis. Today we're going to be using 3 lengths of gold wire, about 10 inches each. I have one length, and that's 18 gauge by the way. This is one length of 26 gauge gold wire. Both are full round. For tools, I have a clamp, tweezer nose, side cutter, nylon pliers, curling pliers, a dowel, small ruler, and just a piece of junk wire. Okay, let's clear our spot here. Capuchin I'll be using is a green cat's eye. It's quite small. Use any size you wish. Just make sure you adjust for size. Now, with that old piece of junk wire, we're going to take and kind of flatten it out as best you can. Only going to be using it to measure the circumference. So that's the distance around your cab. And this doesn't have to be perfect, just, so you got an idea. The ruler. Now I made a bend in my wire where it came together. All right, looking at about 5 centimeters. I like to measure in centimeters. It's just a little more accurate than doing the other side. If you prefer inches, go ahead. That's just fine. You can always find my stuff on Nikinackis.com, Nikinackis on Etsy, or if you're in the area, you can find me at a local craft fair. All right, we're going to take our 3 pieces of gold wire, put them together in the clamp, about 1/3 of the way up. All right, keep some spaces. A little better than 1/3. I'd say, yeah, a good 1/3. All right. And take the 26 gauge, hold it behind the clamp with your pointer finger, just to hold it down. Make sure these are spread out. Kind of keep them straight if you can. I know they like to curl. It's all right. They're going to move around a little bit. I get it. Take your wire, wrap it around the first wire, scooch it down. You know me, I can't stress that scooching enough. 2, 3, 4, 5 times around that first wire. Scooch them down. Use your nylons if you need to. There we go. Looks nice. Nice and uniform. Sorry, I got people driving by outside. Loud. Let's go around the first and the second wire. 1, 2, 3 times. Scooch them down. Let's go around now all 3 wires. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm trying something a little different with the camera today, so go around all 3 wires. 1, 2, 3 times. Scooch it down. Go around the first and the second wire. 1, 2, 3 times. Scooch it down. Now we're going to go around just that base wire, the very first one. 1, 2, scooching them in. 3, 4, 5 times. Use the nylons. Keep them nice and uniform and tight. Okay, now we're going to go around the first and the second again. 1, 2, 3 times. Scrunch them. Now around all 3 wires. 1, minding your spaces. 2, 3 times. Scooch it down. Now go around the first and the second wire. 1, 2, 3 times. Pushing them in. Now around the base wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Scooch them in. Now we're going to go around the first and the second wire. 1, 2, 3 times. Sorry, my wire keeps rubbing on this thing. I know, it's really loud. There we are. Let's try that. Now we're going to go around all 3 wires again. 1, 2, 3 times. And, oh, I crisscrossed somewhere, I think. Did I? I did. Okay, that happens sometimes. I'm not perfect either. All right, we got them uncrossed. Scooch them down. That's good. I'm glad you guys get to see, you know, mistakes happen and you can see how to correct them. All right, let's go in between the second and third. 1, 2, 3. Now between the first and second around the base wire. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Lots of scooching needs to be done here. Sometimes I go a little bit fast, and that's okay. As long as your stitches are even, you can keep going. Go as fast as you want. Go as slow as you need. Pause this, you know? All right. Around the first and the second now. 1, 2, 3. Around second and around the first, second, and third, all of them. 1, 2, 3. Just keep going with the same pattern. And then around the base wire again. 1, 2. Lots of scrunching to do. Continue this pattern until you make it around the size of your capuchin. So mine was 5 centimeters. See, I'm getting carried away here. The wires are coming undone. Take your nylons, flatten them down. Get them to behave again. Show them who's boss. 1, 2. All right, I need another one on there yet. 3. Space these out. Work with your wires. Make them do what you want them to do. You're in control. It's your project. 1. You know, and if you get to a certain point in this tutorial or another one or a pattern and, you know, you have a great idea, follow that great idea. See what happens. It's the creative process. I have no plan for this other than a mild picture in my head. I just go with it and see what happens. You know, I kind of know where I want to start. And, you know, I know a lot of different weaves and stuff like that, and that's really fun. But the whole creative process of what do I do next? I don't have a plan for that. I just go. You know, and it's the same with if I'm painting or drawing. Drawing, sometimes I have a picture in my head and I just need to get it out. So I draw. Painting, not so much. I start my paintings and I have no idea what they're going to be. And, you know, they come out gorgeous. They're always something. You guys can take a look at what I've got at Nikinackis.com or Nikinackis on Etsy. I do put my paintings up there too. I don't know if I have any up right now, but frequently. I did just sell, I think, my last one. It was really fun. It was a wave. See where we're at here. I think one more round is going to put me where I need to be here. Nylon pliers are a great invention. Brilliant for this. Absolutely brilliant. I know. Use your fingernails. Don't use your fingernails. Use your fingernails. I don't know. I use my fingernails, and that's why I barely have any. So... my craft means more than my fingernails. There we go. Got that. Now keep it kind of, straighten it out a little bit. I know it can get a little wonky in there, especially under the clip. It's very, very hard to hold them straight. I still do this. Metal is soft. Metal is soft. Straighten them back out. It's gonna be okay. Promise. Spread out your ends. Okay. clip off your tails. Make sure you do it on the wrong side, not the right side. Take your tweezers or whatever it is that you prefer. Bend those little tails around. Tuck them in. Tuck them in, tuck them in. It's my tuck them in song. My kids are all grown up, so I don't get to tuck them in anymore. I sing to you guys. All right, push them together. Sometimes they come undone a little bit. You know, if they are doing that quite a bit, take your nylon pliers and go all the way down the pattern. That will help hold them together. All right. Now, put your cab in here. Find the middle. Between the third and the fourth. Bend it up and around. Now you want your wires to go every other. So I want 1, 2. All right, one from one side, one from the other. Right? Yeah. The other. Okay. Ooh, that is not the shape that I was intending. That's a little better. Kind of like a pear. We're all out of sorts here, though. All out of sorts. Manipulate your piece if you need to. I certainly need to, and that's fine. It happens. Put your cab in, take your cab out, put your cab in, however many times you need to. Get it to fit where you like it. This is where your piece starts to take a little bit of shape. You can see where I'm going with this. Green and gold. I'm going to take the tweezer nose and right here. Well, put the cab back in because I want this to come around the top as such, but they need to bend exactly right. So right where they meet, push down on the top of the cab and bend it back. Right where they meet, push down on the top of the cab and bring it back. Doesn't matter if your cab moves once you got a hold of it. So you can put it to the side again. So now we know where our measures are to make our bail. Now these other wires in the back, the 4, bend them down, and put them out of the way. They can go backwards, they can go to the side. Doesn't really matter, however you're comfortable with them, just so they're out of the way of your bail. Okay? It's really all we're concerned about right now are these front 2 wires. Now grab the remaining length of your 26 gauge. I'm going to make a simple bail this time. A lot of times I do real elaborate ones, or the ones that look like bridges and stuff, and I don't know. We're gonna keep it simple tonight. Take your 26 gauge, wrap it around the first one time, around the both. Grab the second one, Wrap it around it. Scooch them down. It's just to get a good clamp on them. Now keep them separated a little bit so you can get the wire in between. Okay. Wrap it around the base wire, the first one, this bottom one here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. Scooch it down. We're going to do a 5, I don't know, 5 and 3. 2, 3. Okay. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. One, 2, 3. You know, the biggest thing about wire weaving is keeping it uniform. And if you're not going to keep it uniform, like if you're trying to create these swirls or the curves, keep it together. Keep it nice and tight. Not too tight where you can't get the wires in between them, but you have to find a happy medium in there. I see a lot of projects that it doesn't do that. And the stitching is all different sizes, and it doesn't have a nice fluid look to it. And it's always, this is my first piece, what did I do? That's always what it is scrunch your pieces, keep your stitches the same. That's it. I mean, it makes it look so much cleaner. But everybody's got to start. 3, 4. And until you get the feel of the wire and how to do this, it just takes practice. You know, this took me a solid 2-3 months, practicing about 12 to 16 hours a day. After I found wire wrapping, I was obsessed. I still am, love it, do a lot of it. I'm unfortunately not able to dedicate quite that amount of time to it. I have other crafts that I need to get done, other jobs that I need to do. But as time was allowed to me to do it on that scale, I learned a lot, and it really was just practice, a lot of practice. Now this bale is not going to be huge. A little bit more. Just a little bit though. Oh, my wire's kind of getting out of control here. There we go. Now, I hope you guys subscribe, like the page, like the other tutorials. Leave me some comments. Let me know. Is there something else that you want a tutorial on? I did have a request. I'm going to do one on crochet pattern reading, so look forward to that soon if you're a crocheter, or if you want to learn how to read those patterns. It is pretty much a foreign language. But I'm pretty sure I can get everybody on board with that in about 20 minutes. It's pretty easy to learn. It's going to be a good time. But let me know, is there other things that you're interested in learning? I do so many crafts. I do woodworking, I do resin pouring, candles, crocheting, sewing, really you name it. Rock painting. I do other little crafts with rocks too, not just the jewelry making, but a lot of other stuff. And you can find all of that at Nikinackis.com. Nikinackis on Etsy. I don't post all of my work because I also do fairs and stuff like that, and I simply just have too much inventory. The sale volume isn't ever going to be what it needs to be on those platforms. I do better on in-person sales. So if there's something out there that, you know, you really like or you'd like to see done, or, you know, you want to request a piece be made, by all means, let me know. Drop me a line on any of my sites. I'm more than happy to. Nikinackis at Gmail, Nikinackis on Etsy, or Nikinackis.com. You can find me on any of them. All right, I have made, it's about 3 centimeters long. Been sitting here chatting away. All right, clip your tails. On the wrong side, remember. Tuck them in. All right, now I take my dowel and I wrap it around town. There we go. Now, decisions. I think we're going to check the cab out here, see what the cab looks like in here, see where we're at. These are slippery little devils at this stage, let me tell you. Let's bring this one around here. And bring it back. Now this one's going to follow that curve. You might have to play with your wire a little bit and get it to curve right. But yeah, that looks nice. Yeah. Here we go. I'm going to cut this wire. Take the tweezer nose and right in the back here. Now let's work on securing this a little bit. Let's work on the back. What do I got? What do I got to work with? Well, we got the bail. Let's bring this one up and around. Front. And then the back. This one we're going to wrap around and clip here. Actually, we might curl this. Grab that curling plier. Now you can always change your mind if you don't like it. Clip it off. But I think we're gonna like it. Yeah. Now, where'd this guy go? All right, working with this one, which is the other side of the bale. I want to bring it up and around. Grab the curl. Now manipulate your wires as you need to. Bring this one down and across. Yeah. Like so. Let's curl it. Now, bring this one more to the side. Your stone is getting more stable in there. It's fine. Bring this one down and around the back. Let's tuck it under all of the wires. It's going to be a stabilizing piece. Yeah. Clip it. Yeah, let's grab the tweezer nose for this. Wrap it in and around. Give everything a good pinch as you need to. Now, let's put some beads in here. I think a little bit of beadwork would look nice. I have my trusty 5-size beads. I think we're going to skip. No, we're not going to skip. I was going to skip a big one, but let's put a big one on. Let's go for it. Bring it down a little bit because we're going to be bringing it down. We're going to bring it down that way. Yeah. Shape your wire however you're going to be bringing it around. Let's put in the next one. And then the next size down, so number 3, we're going to put on a couple of these. Now some number 4s. Darn it. This is tricky. It's very tricky to do this on camera. It's tricky to do this off camera. And we had another bead casualty. My vacuum hates me. Just kidding. Just kidding. Not that way. I don't abuse my household things. Now, I don't know. Sometimes number 5s fit on the wire. Sometimes they don't. See today if they do. The silver ones fit. Nope, I don't think the gold's gonna fit. No. I can't get it on there. It's not gonna fit. So let's go with one more number 4, just so we know we have enough. All right. And I am going to take this and kind of fold it because it's going to be tucked right here where there's that space. Like that. Bring this up and around. Kind of press it against the cab again. And let's bring it in and, yeah, I like that. Wrap it on the bail. Okay. Take the tip here and tuck it in. I like that. I like that a lot. That stone is in there. It is not going anywhere. Kind of looks like a little pumpkin. A little green melon. I like this one. A little green melon. It's kind of what I'm going to call that one. This is adorable. And that is how it's done. Nikinackis. Remember to like my page, subscribe, visit me, nikinackis.com, drop me a line, or Nikinackis on Etsy. Thanks, guys.